Weighted blankets have skyrocketed in popularity as a touted solution for anxiety and sleep troubles, with countless celebrities and social media influencers heralding their soothing benefits. Once a specialized therapeutic tool primarily used in clinical settings, these blankets have rapidly transformed into a mainstream wellness trend, marketed as a key to better sleep and reduce stress for anyone struggling to relax after a hectic day. But here's the million-dollar question. Do weighted blankets truly live up to the hype? Or are we just shelling out a premium for a pricey placebo effect? Originally, occupational therapists introduced weighted blankets back in the 1970s to support children with autism and adults who have sensory processing challenges. Although they became commercially available in the 1990s, their use largely stayed within the realm of special needs care. This all shifted dramatically in recent years as companies began aggressively marketing weighted blankets to the so-called casually anxious, basically anyone dealing with everyday stresses in our fast-paced world. The hype worked so well that Time magazine even named the weighted blanket one of the top 50 inventions of 2018. The idea behind weighted blankets is refreshingly simple, typically weighing between about 2 to 13 kilograms. Experts recommend selecting a blanket that is roughly 10% of your body weight. The blanket delivers deep, gentle pressure across your body, a method occupational therapists refer to as deep pressure stimulation. This sensation imitates the calming feeling of a warm embrace or a firm hug, which many find comforting. So, what does the scientific research say? The reality is more complex than the glowing marketing claims. Several scientific studies reveal promising outcomes, but with important caveats. For example, a study involving 120 psychiatric outpatients with conditions such as major depression, bipolar disorder, anxiety, and ADHD found that weighted blankets helped improve insomnia symptoms over a month. Researchers deemed these blankets a safe and effective intervention for insomnia in people with certain mental health disorders. However, it's crucial to note these studies focused on individuals with diagnosed psychiatric conditions, not the general public that current advertising targets. This is where the science veers away from the marketing narrative. Reviews consistently show that while weighted blankets may aid those with clinical anxiety or sleep disorders, solid evidence for benefits among healthy people without existing conditions is lacking. In fact, approximately half of the research on weighted blankets doesn't meet rigorous quality standards, which is a striking contrast to the confident health claims made on product sites and in lifestyle magazines. Who stands to gain the most from weighted blankets then? The answer isn't straightforward. For instance, shift workers who must sleep during daylight hours when their bodies naturally want to stay awake might find weighted blankets useful to combat the health impacts of irregular sleep patterns. Similarly, healthcare workers, firefighters, and pilots who depend on short strategic naps could experience quicker sleep onset thanks to the calming effect of these blankets. So, in specialized contexts, weighted blankets may indeed have practical merits. And don't underestimate the power of the placebo effect. If wrapping yourself in a weighted blanket helps you feel calmer and promotes better sleep, even if the science behind the mechanism isn't ironclad, that's still a positive result. The key is to understand what you're buying and keep expectations realistic. That said, weighted blankets aren't without potential risks. They should not be used by anyone who can't easily move beneath the blanket's weight, including young children. People with certain health issues such as diabetes, asthma, sleep apnea, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, circulation problems, high blood pressure, or claustrophobia should check with a healthcare professional before using one. Though no serious side effects have been reported in studies so far, common sense dictates consulting your doctor if you have underlying health concerns. As a relatively low-risk adjunct to good sleep hygiene, like maintaining consistent sleep-wake cycles and practicing relaxation techniques, weighted blankets aren't inherently harmful. The problem arises when their capabilities are oversold, creating unrealistic expectations about their effects. If you're thinking about investing in one, approach it with a balanced perspective. Weighted blankets are not a miracle cure for anxiety or insomnia, but might serve as a comforting tool that helps you feel more secure and relaxed at bedtime. For many people having trouble sleeping, the sensation of gentle pressure mimicking a soothing hug could be worth the cost, even if the scientific support isn't as robust as advertising suggests. Ultimately, the real question isn't simply whether weighted blankets work in a general sense, but whether they make a meaningful difference for you personally and whether paying a premium for that cozy, weighted embrace aligns with your needs. Craig Jackson is a professor of occupational health psychology at Birmingham City University. He has no financial ties or affiliations with companies that could benefit from this discussion, ensuring his insights are purely academic and unbiased. But what do you think? Are weighted blankets a genuine breakthrough in managing anxiety and sleep issues, or just another trendy wellness gadget? Feel free to share your thoughts and experiences. Do you swear by your weighted blanket, or remain skeptical about its value?